Hello YouTube, this is David here with Code One Solutions. Today we just finished an outfit for a Tesla Model 3. In this video we're going to discuss how we configured the build, which lights we chose, what siren we put in, and why we chose them. Before we get started, if you could like the video, subscribe to our channel for more emergency vehicle content, and turn on the bell so that you get notified when we put out new videos. Also, we are located in Jamaica, New York. If you are in the tri-state area and you are in the market for an emergency vehicle upfit, please give us a call. Our contact info is down below. All right, jumping into it. So we have the Tesla Model 3. Customer wanted as much forward-facing light as possible without drilling into the car. So what we did is we mounted the Federal Signal Extremes up on top. They are secured to the windshield itself using our superior bracketry, and I'll show you what that looks like from the inside. Over here we have the front license plate bracket with lights facing to the right and to the left, as well as two lights mounted on top of it. Those lights are off-brand lights. So looking at it over here, you can see what it looks like from the front, from the sides. I'm going to turn the lights off so that we can see what it's like. So this light is flush with the license plate itself, as you can see from the front, and these two are just secured up on top. They're not drilled into the car itself. They're secured to the bracket, and the bracket is secured to the license plate bracket of the vehicle. So no holes were needed to make into the actual bumper itself. That's what it looks like. Real nice, real clean, and secure. Okay, now moving up to the top, we have the Federal Signal Extremes. We have two of them, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side. They are mounted in a way that they are facing forward and they're not curved with the windshield, with the curve of the windshield. Let me turn the lights off. So over here we have our own custom-made bracket that gets double-sided tape to the windshield. We use everything in accordance with 3M's specifications, and we were in contact with their engineering department to make sure that the light is nice and secure and it's not going to move or fall. So we followed their specs. That's what our bracket is, and then we use the factory bracket from Federal Signal to secure the light to our bracket. This is what it looks like from the front, all nice and centered and perfectly straight, and from the inside. Let's hop inside. So this is what it looks like. That's our bracket, and then that's the Federal Signal Action. I'm going to zoom out so you see what it looks like from the driver's side view. And it doesn't really block too much. It's mounted up really close to the top of the visor, so that's how it's done. All right, now moving to the back. So for the rear of the vehicle, we have the taillight flasher, and it flashes the brakes and flashes the reverse light. I'm going to try to zoom out as much as I could. And then on the rear deck, we have an off-brand just the dash light, red and blue. I'm going to go inside of the car. I'm going to turn off the tail lights, the front headlights, so that you can see what it looks like a little bit better. Hold on. And here we are with the tail lights and headlights off. Okay. That's a nice clean setup. And now we're going to move on to the siren. So the customer requested a FENIEX Typhoon, and they wanted it mounted right over here. So this is not mounted with any screws. It is just wedged in between over here. So it's still nice and firm, but we didn't have any screws going into the vehicle itself. We mounted the PA mic. Let's see if you could see that. We mounted the PA mic right over here using the existing factory screws. Whoops, sorry about that. So that's our PA mic. Now, the siren itself. This was a pre-owned siren, so the stickers are already there, and we don't have new stickers, so the customer is just going to change it on his own. What happened before that you notice is this was on hands-free, and when you click the PA for whatever reason, it just cycles through the hands-free. Now it's not doing it, not really sure why. I guess that's FENIEX for you. Either way, so the Typhoon off. So this is I guess in manual 1. So that's obviously a manual coast, and then you go to M2, that will change your manual. Air horn's the same on both of them. If you want to change the tones on the Typhoon. There's buttons on top over here, so while the tone is active, you press the button and it cycles through it. There are more instructions on FENIEX's website, and there are plenty of videos on YouTube on how to change that. Just thought it's something you should know. Additionally, the keypad itself is programmed to illuminate every time the vehicle turns on. When the vehicle is turned on, it powers up, and when the vehicle is turned off, it powers down with it. We also added in an override feature, so right now the vehicle, I believe, is on, so this stays on. If we are to shut the vehicle, we'll do that right here. It takes about, I don't know, 30 seconds, and then the keypad will shut off. And now it's shut off. And as soon as we get back into the vehicle and we start the car, and Teslas, by the way, there's no start button. All you have to do is press the brakes, and you have the temp key over here. If you're the actual owner of the car, you don't actually have a key. It's just based on your phone. Okay, either way. So with the vehicle on, if you turn this on and you turn this on, so these two are the ones that control the main lights. We didn't use all of the buttons because when the vehicle owner is going to be responding to emergencies, we don't want them to have to press too many buttons. So just 1 and 2. Turning mode 1 on. So this one will turn on all of the interior lights. So we'll have the federal signal extremes on. So we'll have just these on. The front bumper is off. And in addition to that, we'll have the rear deck on. The rear flashers are off. And in mode 2, it turns on the rest of it. So it will turn on the license plate lights, the forward-facing grille lights, and the rear tail lights, taillight flash. In addition to that, what we also did is that we did something that's called, what we call ignition override. So on button number 1, on this one, while this is pressed, even with the vehicle off, the keypad, you see the vehicle is off, the keypad will stay illuminated. So anytime you are responding to emergency, shut the vehicle off. As long as you leave this light, this mode 1 switch on, the lights will stay illuminated. We don't recommend that you leave it on for longer than an hour. The reason being is that Teslas in particular, above all other vehicles, Tesla has a separate 12-volt battery. It's actually comparable to most cars. So the 12-volt battery controls all of the interior electronics. So you don't want to drain that, because if you do end up draining that, then you won't be able to start your car. You won't be able to actually unlock it at all. So that's not a good thing. Just as a side note, if you do end up with a dead 12-volt battery, not the main battery, so the 12-volt battery runs independently of the main battery. The main battery, the big battery under the car, the high voltage ones. So those ones end up charging the 12-volt battery. But if your 12-volt battery dies, there's still a way to get into your car. What you have to do is you have to pop this thing open, and inside there are 2 leads. There's a black one and a red one, and it's just like jumping in a normal car. You just have to give it power, give it ground. You can use regular booster cables, and then that will give power just to the 12-volt battery. And that 12-volt battery will give you access to lock and unlock your car so that you can get in and do whatever else you need, stuff you need to do. And then you could tow it or whatever. But that has nothing to do with the larger battery. Yeah, so that's it pretty much for Teslas. Now let's just run through the rest of the Siren Tones real quick. Tap this, turn this on. Keep that override. All right, so man 2, hands-free. Hands-free, if you press this button, will cycle through the tones. And double press to turn off. That's like an industry standard. And again, any of the tones, if you don't like them, you can just press the button and change it. There's 2 slots. I don't know offhand which one is the button, although if I look inside, I'll probably be able to tell it right now. Yeah, it looks like the right hand button is the one to change the tones, and the left button is not really a button. It's a pinhole where you could put in a small screwdriver and adjust the dial on the PA mic if you want it higher or lower. All right, I think that's pretty much it for this build. If there's anything else you want to see about this car or other cars in particular that we do, please let us know in the comments section down below. Again, if you are in the tri-state area and you're looking for an emergency vehicle outfit, please give us a call. Contact information is below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos.